And away we go here for Xbox Division 3.
Still wheel to wheel coming out of turn 19.
Tries to go down the inside of Desio. Desio giving him space, but not by much.
Oh, and he's oversteered, and he's spun. They're side by side, off the track, neck and neck.
Good evening, everyone. Coming live to you from North America, this is Kermit.
And I'm Cosmo.
And this is Pole Position Racing. This week, race number 13 of 21. We are in Belgium, or, as those familiar with the area may realize, we are at Circuit des Spa Francorchamps. What that means, or better known as Spa. So, 22 laps around this big bad boy. Fastest repeatable lap time, minute 41.823. 20 turns in total, 11 to the right, 9 to the left. Softs expected to last 7 to 10 laps, mediums 12 to 15, and hards 17 to 20. Cosmo, what are you expecting from tonight?
Should be a pretty easy one-stop strategy tonight.
You think so?
The only thing I could see, the only reason someone would go to hards, maybe a back marker, early safety car, you know, someone bins it going up Eau Rouge and Spa, or not, and Radion, Radion and Eau Rouge, and you know, this is an early safety car, and they just kind of want to try something different, because the hards will go all race, you know, pretty much, so.
Yeah,
maybe.
Most of the time it seems like if you treat your tires nice, you're able to stretch them a little bit beyond their rated capacity. I think 22 laps is definitely doable on the hards. So
right,
I think
and with an early safety car.
Right. Yeah, with the early safety car, I think that makes it the no-brainer. Running the softs to the full life, do you then run mediums? Do you pit early on the softs, trying to run the hards? I've always thought that the hards are oddly sticky at this track. What are your thoughts?
Probably just soft medium, honestly.
Yeah, that's fair. Stick with the faster tire. You're going to deal with the tire deg, but so be it. All right, so let's go to our driver roundup. We have Rogue and Ruda in with Ferrari, catapulting themselves back up to first after the first place finish from Rogue. Ruda nowhere to be found last week. Mercedes now bumped back down to second with a Getchum, who did not start, and Cream, the only representative from Mercedes last week who did not finish the race. We have Alfa Romeo with Kubilay and Destiel. Destiel with his first DNF of the season. Strike that, his first non-top 5 of the season. Kubilay with a DNF as well. So unfortunately, no points for Alfa Romeo. They're going to stay where they're at in the Constructors Championship. Next, we have Renault, the Banana Boats. We've got Capital Hood in 11th. Persian King in 8th. Persian King, the first time this year he was able to outplace his teammate. Congratulations to him. We'll see how he is able to do tonight at Spa. Racing Point, we've got 3rd and some idiot. 3rd, 13th last week, and some idiot with a fantastic 2nd place finish last week. We're going to see him claw Racing Point back up to the top. Hopefully 3rd will be able to pitch in some points on the way there. Of course, he has one 7th place finish, getting points for the teams. Let's hope that they have... Hold on. All right, let's hope he's able to get some points for the team later this season. Next on Red Bull, we have Stoney and Shea B. Stoney with a decent smattering of points over the last few races. Of course, is 7th in Hungary, bringing home some points for the team. Shea B even contributing last race with 9th. Brings home a pair of points for the Red Bull team. Dragonbone with a DNF last week, and Red Hornet with a 12, so unfortunately no points for Williams. McLaren, Dr. McShorty and Doc Balak. Doc Balak continues to not show up. We're going to fill that McLaren seat hopefully soon here. And Dr. McShorty, unfortunately, with a 2nd DNF in a row. Hopefully he's able to join us tonight. Sling the car up Eau Rouge and Radion and not have another DNF this evening. Gore and Delirious in the Haas cars. Gore with a fantastic 4th place finish, able to back up his previous finish at Monaco. Delirious, 14th place last week at Hungary, unfortunately not able to bring home any points. Toro Rosso bringing up the back. Shazam, 10th place last week, and D-Drum with a disqualification. On to our reserves, we had few reserves join us last race that are not pictured on this slide. Brownie with a points finish, and Fluffy Dave with a points finish as well. Other than that, finishes were outside the points for our reserves. Driver Championship, on the other hand, some idiot maintains a demanding lead with 181 points. Rogue with 151 points. Destiel falls to third with 139 points, of course, after his DNF last week, not able to pick up any points. Cream with 116 points in fourth. Capita coming up in fifth with 97 points. Gore with 63 points in sixth. Stoney 58 in seventh. Kublai 49 in eighth. Only 4 points behind him is Getchum with 45 points, and Dragonbone just 1 point behind Getchum. That is up for grabs. So as you can see, our top four, I would say probably top two are relatively close, could go back and forth. Of course, third is not that far off second, and then fifth through seventh really is anyone's race by the end of the season here, and then eighth through probably 19th is up for grabs. Of course, we've got Ruda in 11th place with 41 points. Terra with 37 points in 12th. Persian King 34 points in 13th. Dr. McShorty 33, 14th. Sky Archangel in 15th. Hammer Time and Shay B, of course, tied in 16th. Fluffy Dave, a relative newcomer, having 2 finishes on the board for him with 20 points in 18th. Hopefully he's able to improve on that tonight. Red Hornet in 19th place with 12, and Brownie in 20th with 10 points. Triton, Delirious, third. D-Drum, Ramrod, Shazam, and Sloppy McFloppy all round out the top of our points finishers, with Sloppy McFloppy and Seize Up tied for 27th in with 1 point. Doc Lockdown in 29th starts those with no points. We've got Muffin Man with him, Faz Higgs, Bozon, Jay Warren, and Racer 33. If they show up this season, hopefully they're able to score some points for themselves. Constructors Championship, this is how it all shakes out. Ferrari, 192 points, is currently sitting comfortably in first. Mercedes with 161 points in second. Alfa Romeo, 145 points in third. Renault, 131 points in technically fifth. That order should change. Racing Point bumps themselves up to fourth with 143 points, only 2 points behind the third place team, Alfa Romeo. Red Bull, 79 points in sixth. Williams, 56 points in seventh. McLaren in eighth, right behind them with 33 points. Haas actually in 8th with 40 points, and McLaren in 9th with 33 points, 7 points behind the Haas team. And Toro Rosso down with 3 points this week, so 1 more point than they had last week. Let's hope they're able to improve. Again, this is pole position racing tonight. Of course, we have a couple special announcements. We are at 299 subscribers. Sorry, 199. We are almost at our 200th subscriber. So let's work on getting that 1 subscriber tonight. Hit that subscribe button. Be our 200th subscriber. And I think we're going to do something a little special tonight. Tonight, we are actually giving away a PC copy of Assetto Corsa. That's right. You heard it here. Not first. Second, if you follow me on Twitter, you would have heard it first about 2 hours before the stream. But let me go ahead and get that keyword up on the screen. There it is. Keyword ACC. Type that in chat and you will be entered to win a copy of Assetto Corsa. Oh, sorry. It should not be ACC. It should just be AC. We're going to change. Because it is not ACC. 1 second. Let me change that.
Well, while you do that, it looks like we have a newcomer tonight. Driving for McLaren. I'm going to go with the pronunciation Jeff. His name is spelled Jephph, so I'm gonna go with Jeff on that one. I'm hoping that's what he's going for.
How's it spelled again?
Jephph.
Yeah, I'd say that's Jeff, probably.
That's what I'm gonna go with for now.
All right, there you have it. We go ahead and updated that keyword here. Go ahead and toss in chat there AC if you want a copy of Assetto Corsa. Not Assetto Corsa Competizione, the normal version of Assetto Corsa for PC on Steam. We'll give you that stream key after the stream. Of course, we will pull on the podium as always.
And D-Drum has retired from the session. I believe he has at least a qualifying ban. He picked up quite a few penalty points this past week.
Oh, so D-Drum didn't even get out on the track?
No, he's definitely got a qualifying ban. He picked up 6 points last week, and I think he had a few before that.
Oh, all right. So maybe taking himself out of the running for qualifying this week. Hopefully we'll be able to see good things from the rest of our drivers. This is my favorite track of the calendar. I love driving it. I love watching racing at it. It's fantastic.
This definitely one of my favorite tracks as well.
All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and make sure our sound settings are correct and head into the game.
Destiel is our first driver out on an outlap. He's just about to enter the third sector of his outlap.
Dr. McShorty not too far behind. Oh, we've got quite a few cars out right now. So, as some of you may have noticed, we do not have a hot lap this week. Doesn't mean we're not going to do one here. So, Destiel being the first one to run this track, we're going to go ahead and switch to TV pod view as he comes up to his first lap, and we're going to do it live. Here we go. Coming down through the last two corners, the bus stop chicane, as some may call it, down onto the main straight. He's going to have a short run up to the start-finish line, cross it. Another run down into turn one. He's going to downshift all the way to second, first, briefly to get the rotation on that car. Hammers it down the straight around what some would call, we're calling tonight, turn two. Up to turn 3 is Eau Rouge. Turn 4, Radion. 5 is doing good to keep it floored through there. Activates the DRS in the DRS activation zone all the way down the Kennel Straight. Hard braking zone into turn 7, down into 4th, keeping it in 4th, rolling it through the corners here. Keeping your speed through this complex of corners is so important to get the run down to the hairpin here.
And this corner is so tricky.
The slow downshifts from Destiel. That's something you'll notice a lot of these drivers doing. When you have to go around a long sweeping turn like that, they don't downshift all at once. You downshift slowly. Each time you get a couple extra degrees of rotation on the car. Something very important to do to drive around this track, especially to be faster on this track, I should say. Of course, coming into turn 13, now 14 to the left. Down into third very briefly. Of course, getting that extra rotation coming around turn 15, now turn 16.
Well, it looks like we've got an Alfa Romeo. Must be of Kublai. Must have spun in sector 2 there. He was stopped on the track.
Now Destiel will see if he keeps it floored here. Does keep it floored. Throttle on the floor the whole way. If you run the right line through there, you will be able to do that. Sometimes that's not possible on some older tires, so it'll be interesting to see if the strategies drivers take as their tires start to wear here. And across the line comes a 143.3 for Destiel. Behind him is Gore with a 144.0. And behind himself is a relative newcomer, was able to join us last week. Triton coming in second currently with a 143.4, only 1/10 off Destiel himself. Most drivers on the softs, and as I say that, some idiot goes fastest with a 143.0.
So I'm wondering, and it's not always true, but when we see all softs like this could mean a wet weather start. Because usually someone wants to try and qualify high in the mediums and see what they could do, you know?
That's true. Try and split up your strategy a little bit, right? Sometimes that matters for pit stops. Sometimes it's really nice to be able to run clean laps on your soft tires.
Right. So we'll see about that. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. It's rained quite a bit for our races. The past couple weeks, I think we've seen rain in at least one session.
We have Jeff. Yeah, we're going to call that Jeff. Comes up to the line, gets a little bit of spin, goes around, hits the wall, loses a little bit of wing. Unfortunately, does not cross the line in time. He's driving backwards. It's going to disqualify him pretty quick if he continues. He needs to flip it around now. And
Nope,
he was
there he
disqualified.
goes.
Yep. It doesn't give you a whole lot of time. You go in any direction. That is a difficult place to be turned around, though. Right on the straight.
It is, and that's...
Very unfortunate for Jeff in his PPR debut, getting disqualified for going wrong way. Sprightly, welcome. If you hadn't heard the good news, we are giving away a copy of Assetto Corsa tonight. Just go ahead and type AC in chat if you're interested. And we're going to draw on the podium. Again, that's a
Tell all
PC
your
version
friends.
for Steam. Now, if anyone else, you got any friends that are looking for it? Invite them.
Chandler, you might not have a PC, so you got to tell your brother to come on watch the stream and enter the competition. You know,
Yeah,
come
absolutely.
hang out for a little bit.
Learn a little bit about F1. Watch some
Possibly
great
win a
racing.
copy of AC.
Possibly win a copy of AC. Alright, and into the pits for Dagger. Not too many cars on the track right now. Rogue looks like he's getting ready to go on a hot lap. Capita, I believe, might be going on a hot lap as well. He has those mediums fitted.
Even Kublai
Into the pits.
also out on an outlap.
Into the pits for Rogue as well.
Spun on his first outlap. Well, that's just a sad comment, Chandler. It's not what we like to hear.
Chandler asks, why are people on mediums? I don't know. I think there's a lot of reasons to be on mediums here. I don't know that all of them outweigh the soft strategy here, but I think it's worth considering, especially if you're one of the drivers that's going to be in, let's say, 5th through 12th. If you're one of those drivers, I think that window really, it just helps being on a strategy that other drivers aren't on. If you're able to pit at the right time and have clean air in front of you and not be battling with people on those mediums, right? Like, let the soft runners get out in front of you. You know not everyone's going to get by you. Because at some point, you're just going to have drivers either crash out, you know, safety car, something like that, bunch up again. Really stretch those mediums out and then put in some really fast laps in the softs and be able to battle when other drivers are on those older mediums, may not be able to, let's say, take Eau Rouge at full speed or full throttle all the way. Being able to do that on softs at the end of the race can be a really powerful strategy. So I think there's reasons to be on them. However, if you're really fighting for the top positions, if you're really fighting for the
softs.
Yeah, you really want to be on softs, I think, because, you know, 1, 2, even 1st through 5th, right? You just need to be able to compete with track position and gauge yourself that way. It's really hard, especially with the lap times that these drivers are running, to be able to gauge that sort of thing and not lose out. So Kublai goes 9th.
Triton has crashed and retired on track.
As Kublai drives by him there. So that is it for Triton. He will solidify his place in at most 4th. It's going to be speeding coming into the pit lane.
Yeah, the drivers behind him will have to improve by almost 0.6 of a second though to catch him. So hopefully safe for him. Ooh, and Gore's turned around on the track. Middle of sector 2.
Hopefully he's able to get that turned around relatively quickly here. Check in on him as he goes through the infield. Looks like he'll be okay. At least able to pull it out on the track, get it back in the pits if he's got it. Destiel now goes fastest with a 143 flat.
Oh, and it looks like Gore's lost quite a bit of wing. He's struggling through corners here.
We have another car around. That looks like Dragonbone. Yeah, going slowly on the left side of the track. Looks like, no, maybe just slowing down. Gore, of course, playing it very safe. I just think Dragonbone decided to park it up as well, not want to get in anyone's way. Yeah, Chandler, I think every race is different. I think it depends on, I don't think one perfectly timed safety car can make it work. I think there's a number of times, a number of points in a race where a safety car could happen that benefit drivers on the alternate strategy. I mean, I think there's a number of things. I don't think saying that, one race showed that there's one right strategy is, the right call.
Yeah. And I think what we're more trying to say is if you're one of those drivers that's not necessarily competing for podiums, maybe starting in an opposite strategy, if you can qualify in the top 10 on it, you could steal a spot or two with some of those situations. You never know what's going to happen in a race, so just like going with that alternate strategy might just end up working out for you. And you could steal a point or two, and if not, you finish where you normally did.
Yeah, exactly.
Or would.
And especially, I mean, you could finish worse too. That's always the gamble that you take. But being on that alternate, not the thing that everyone else is doing, can really benefit you. Because let's say Fluffy Dave starts in 10th on those mediums, and a safety car happens anywhere in the first, let's say, 8 laps. The other drivers pit in, but then Fluffy Dave is on 8-lap-old mediums with, I don't know, another 8 or 9 laps, and he's potentially catapulted himself up to, let's say, 5th, because he was able to pass so many people on the safety car. Now, I understand they'll be on fresh, probably hards at that point, maybe even mediums.
Maybe mediums.
Maybe mediums, 8 laps into the race. But, I don't know. I think there's... Whoa! Getting very sideways from Fluffy Dave here. Fluffy Dave slides to a halt. Of course, trying to run on those soft tires to do better than his medium time. Medium time, of course, he's an 11th, so he needs to place better to even have the tire strategy locked. Capita Hood able to set a time finally with a 1:43.8. Persian King just behind him with a 1:44.0. Persian King going into the pits. Capita Hood either pitting or looking like he's ready to run another one here. Rogue goes around on a hot lap. Not able to make that time stick. Sitting with a 1:49.1 down in 17th. Rogue's going to have to get it together. He only has 4 minutes and 15 seconds to run another lap. So he's going to be crossing the start-finish line here, so he will have time if he wants to on this set, but I'm not convinced he has time to go into the pits. He might be able to risk it.
I think maybe just enough time.
Maybe just enough. He's really got to be on it, not a button press out of place in order to send it on this.
He's got 4 minutes to get around. It's only maybe 2 minutes if he takes it really slow.
That's fair. Into the pits now for Stoney. Whoa, we have a retirement.
Who do we got
is that
now?
Dave?
Capita Hood, it looks like.
Oh, Capita. I saw a tire sitting in the pit lane here. That was about all I saw, though.
Sitting in 5th. 5th is the best he'll be able to do tonight for qualifying.
Fluffy Dave on his outlap. Gonna give the softs a run. Hopefully qualify in the top 10 here. Persian King on an outlap as well. So both Triton and Capita Hood, who are 4/10 away from each other. Right now the best they can do is 4th and 5th. So 4th and 5th are up for the taking for anyone looking to pass them. They are not around to defend it.
Some idiot with the fastest time right now of a 1:42.7. Pretty quick from him.
Only 1 second off the world record pace on time trials. That's pretty impressive.
It is, especially for such a long track.
Shazam coming through Sector 2 now. It seems like he's getting ready for a hot lap here. Quite a few drivers getting ready for their hot laps on track. Dagger seems to be getting ready as well. Fluffy Dave. He's coming down the straight here, gets a bad exit out of the last turn, but is going to have to make do. The run down to turn 1 isn't quite that long. Flips it down into one ever so briefly to get that rotation. Just going to floor it. Very nice section from Fluffy Dave there. Ooh, a lot of oversteer from Fluffy Dave.
And his wing looks mostly okay. Looks like he lost an end plate.
Understeer. But let's see. Let's see if he's able to salvage this.
Ooh, some idiot with a 5-place penalty for illegal blocking.
Oh,
That's a new penalty. I haven't seen that one before.
neither have I, but it must have been against Destio, because he's over there running with him on track, so I don't know what happened there. That's unfortunate. That's going to be tough to reset, because that's not going to be something we can do.
Yeah.
Of course, both drivers itching to get across the line, not having a chance to get themselves
And it looks
too
like
much space.
we had a Toro Rosso turned around. Wait. Yeah, it must have been Shazam.
Fluffy Dave is in. Whoa, we have Dragon Bone going crazy over here. Virgin King locks himself in at 6th unless Gore, Stony, Rocket Shorty, Creamy Johns, Dave, Kublai, Dragon Bone, Shazam, or 3rd are able to take it away from him. Destiel locked into 2nd right now, 143. Oh, however, with some idiot, a 5-place grid penalty, Destiel's going to find himself in the front row. Or sorry, in 1st.
Yeah, and Taylor is not running a lap currently. He's going very slowly on the back straight. Oh, it seems like he's run out of gas.
That certainly never helps. Some idiot currently on a flying lap as well. We'll see if he actually posts this time. Creamy Johns with a 143.3 catapults himself up into 4th.
Well, and I don't think it'll matter much if he posts a time, yeah. Because even though he goes fastest, no one's going to beat him. He's going to end up in 6th.
With a 142.7, Dagger really the only one with a chance right now, unless 3rd is able to pull off a miracle here. As 3rd goes 13th fastest with a 144.6. That's where he'll land. Dagger not breaking any speed records here. Definitely not going to improve. Dagger will be 3rd. So with the 5-place grid penalty, some idiot then moves down to 5th. No, it'll move down to 6th, right? It's got to move in 5 whole places. Oh,
Yeah, I believe so.
So Dusty will be starting in 1st. Dagger in 2nd. Creamy in 3rd. Triton in 4th now. Gore, I believe, in 5th. And some idiot in 6th.
So, just in case you weren't here when we set up before, we are giving away a copy of Assetto Corsa tonight on the podium. If you want to be entered in that, just type in AC in the chat, and we'll enter your name in a drawing to win that at the end of the race.
And that is a Steam PC version. So there you have it. Some idiot going to get bumped down. Destio is taking that pole position. Dagger behind him, then Creamy, Triton, Gore, Kublai, Capita, Persian King, then Stony in 10th. Shay B in 11th, Dr. McShorty 12th, 3rd and 13th. Fluffy Dave starting from 14th. Dragonbone 15th, Shazam 16th, Rogue down in 17th. Dedrum and Jeff in 18th, 19th, both not able to set a time. Rogue down in 17th. That is quite the starting position for him. He's going to have to make back a lot of places. But if he's able to do it, if he's able to make it, I'd say probably even into the top 5, he's going to be driver of the race.
That's a fair assessment. So I think now with that penalty, somebody's got to hope to get a really good launch and a really good run up Radion and Eau Rouge.
Of course, Spa, one
Get
of
right in
those
that
tracks where
slipstream.
the first few turns, you've got pretty much everything. You have a very tight turn number 1. Turn number 2 is basically not even a turn. It's a straight run down to Eau Rouge, and then around Eau Rouge in the Radion complex, of course, up that hill, you have a very, very high-speed complex corner. So Spa is definitely one of those tracks that you will see position changes. One from accidents, but also from just depending on where you put your car, if you're the kind of getaway you're able to get, the kind of exit you're able to get off turn 1, really will decide where you're able to land. Because by the time you get all the way down to the end of the Camel Straight here, and for illustration here, that was turn 1 that the drivers went through just off the start line. You have the throttle floored all the way down this straight, and this straight goes on for a while. And there I see this. That was the end of the straight. So that whole straight, if you don't get a good exit off of turn 1, you're not going to be carrying enough speed at the end of that straight to either defend your position or make an overtake. All right, Destiel doing his best to lead. Drivers come down turn 17 and turn 18 here. They are weaving back and forth trying to get those heat in their tires, get ready for the start. Oh, this would be a good time to talk about our schedule. We'll throw that up real quick. Mondays, PCD1 at 9 p.m. Tuesdays, we got 3 divisions of Xbox. Wednesdays, PCD2 at 9 p.m. Thursdays, PS4 League D1 at 9 p.m. And Friday, Xbox D4 at 9 p.m. All right, let's take that away. Get back to the action here. Of course, we don't want to miss the race start. As Creamy Johns comes up to the line here.
Some idiot all the way down in 16th place.
I really don't know what happened there.
I don't either.
Did it have like 5 seconds? It must have added 5 seconds. Anyway, the lights are on and they're out and away we go. Here is the start of the race. Ladies and gentlemen, we are off at Spa, down around turn 1. Fairly clean for our front 5 drivers. No drama. All cars able to keep it straight. Very nice, clean turn 1 from our drivers here as we head up through Eau Rouge and to Radion.
Looks like we've got 4 drivers on the medium tire.
Deidrum with a retirement from the session. Taken out. Virtual safety car. Wow, this is going to be interesting. So the virtual safety car with cars this close together, this restart's going to be
I don't
wild.
think anyone will be able to pit either, so...
No, unless the virtual safety car stays out for an unusually long amount of time, it's going to be gone by the time they reach the pit. So no one's going to gain a pit advantage from this.
And my wonder is if he didn't have a race ban as well from all those penalty points. Because he did that. Did Deidrum have a qualifying ban earlier this year?
No. That was
someone. Are you sure?
No. We'd have to look at that. Anyway, we are back up to racing speed as Decio gets out in front. Gets a pretty good lead ahead of Dagger, is able to spread that gap to 0.8 of a second. Creamy Johns 0.4 behind Dagger. Triton 0.6 behind Creamy. Capita 0.5 behind him. So you can see all the way down through 11th place. We have drivers less than a second.
And Jeff spins and puts it into the wall. Rough start for a newcomer.
We'll see if we get a second safety car right away.
Does not look like it. It looks like he's got most of his front wings still, so good for him. He might still be in this thing. See how his pace is.
He might just. That's one of the things that you kind of have to do going into one of these races, being able to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get right back in the fight, even no matter how hopeless it seems, because all it takes is one safety car to catch up to the pack.
Yeah, or just one big incident. Like, he's not that far up. If there's a little bit of a pile up, he can catch up to the pack pretty quick.
Absolutely.
Even pass a few people, maybe. We've seen crazier things before in this league.
It is true. And if the computer's to be believed, it says there's a minute and 50-second gap between Rogue in 14th and 3rd and 13th. So we'll see if that maintains itself. Sometimes they straighten themselves out. Other times Cody's can't get it together, and that's where they stay. Kublai and Stoney battling it, going back and forth through turn 10 now.
Ooh, Terry, I think maybe it's pronounced. With a 3-second penalty. Corner cutting.
Oh, he's showing on my screen as Young Dagger.
Oh, really?
Yep. I know he uses them kind of interchangeably.
No, he's showing up on mine as Terry. I'll use Young Dagger.
Yeah, if you can remember. Stick with that one, just 'cause it's on the screen. So Capita in 5th, only 0.6 behind 4th place. Triton. Henry Clark, Nick Moore, welcome. They've got the right idea. Of course, if you want to win a copy of Assetto Corsa for PC, specifically for Steam, then go ahead and type AC into the chat. We're going to be drawing on the podium here. Whoa!
And if you're watching and you have not yet subscribed, we're sitting at 199 subscribers. We'd love to get up to 200 subscribers tonight on stream.
Going to interrupt you a little bit there. Gore falling back to 5th after a little bit of a scuffle with Triton. And Capita Creamy falling all the way back to 8th now.
That's rough.
Doing so good, running right up there with his teammate up until that point. Capita getting a close run on Triton.
And now down into the 9th for Creamy. Ooh, what a rough run for him. DRS now enabled though.
Capita showing just how powerful the DRS is down that straight, able to get himself a comfortable 0.2 of a second behind Triton before the turn. Nick Moore said it first. We've hit 200 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you.
That's awesome.
It's been great to see the growth of this community. It's been fun hanging out every week with you guys.
Triton right on the back of Gore and Capita. Quite the battle shaping up for 3rd place here. Gore looking like he could make a move on Capita at any turn here. Destiel way out in front. 2.6 seconds ahead of Dagger. Ooh. Triton running a little wide, losing a bunch of time to Gore. We have a virtual safety car. Gore able to close that gap to Capita ever so slightly.
I don't see anything on the track that's going
Shazam
on.
is going pretty slow.
Let's see if I can't get a view of his wing.
His wing looks to be all there.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
quite
Jeff.
sure what's
Ooh,
going
Jeff
on.
destroyed his wing. I don't know. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just a black wing.
Creamy
No,
John's
no.
into the pits, gonna take his chances. Maybe needs a little bit of a new wing here. Some idiot into the pits as well. Rogue and Stoney, virtual safety car course now ending.
Yep,
So-
Creamy is going to put on a new wing.
Interesting choice of pit there. I mean, we're only on lap 4. Those softs are meant to go potentially 10 laps. So let's see. Let's take a look at what tires they have on. Onto the mediums for them. Wow. Good battle from Dragonbone and Shea B. Dragonbone looks for the inside. Shea B leaving him no more room than he has to. Let's check back in with our battle for third. We've got Gore and Capita Hood and Triton after that virtual safety car able to make it up right on the back of Capita Hood. Capita Hood runs a little wide. Triton passes him on the inside. Let's see if Capita can't take that back. Of course, right behind Capita, we got Persian King. Only 5/10 back. His teammate looking to score some really good points for Renner tonight. Hopefully put themselves above Alfa Romeo. However, they have to compete with Destiel out of first. 3.2 seconds behind. Ahead of second. Triton again. It's a bad exit.
Very surprised to see some idiot in 13th right now. I know he just pitted, but usually he's a lot stronger than this. I don't know where he pitted from, but
yeah, honestly, I don't really like the whole pitting. If it were me, so Persian King and Capita going at it. Persian King more than likely going to get the run down Eau Rouge and up the hill.
oh, and Rogue out of the session.
Rogue, unfortunate after the strong points finish from Ferrari last week, a D and F this week. So that is going to give Mercedes, which is in second, and Alfa Romeo
and
in
a
third.
full safety car now.
Ooh, full safety car from that Rogue. See, this would be a good time to pit. I think maybe we see Destiel throw on a different pair here. However, I wouldn't blame Destiel for sticking with those same softs. They have a lot of life left in them.
They do, but also I think you want to pit when you could pit.
Yeah, it depends on... It's not really going to be that free. I feel like if you're Destiel here, the question is, if you pit, where do you go? So you'll be looking at his heads-up display for that. My guess is probably 10th?
I think he
maybe.
expects others to pit behind him as well, though. I think the only person that might stay out is Dr. McShorty. And like Fluffy Dave, anyone who's on mediums yet.
Yeah, so he might be able to, as long as they're under the Delta still, which they're going slow enough that it looks like they will. I think it depends on when the Delta lets up. Because if Destiel's able to put some distance between some idiot, which is in theory who he's competing with, then I say stay on, or then pit. But if you can't, then stay on the softs. Take your chances. There's not going to be that many people.
Third was the drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car.
Oh, that is rough.
Oh, and they're Sprightly in the chat is saying Capita Hood's front wing is broken, and that's a good catch. Yeah, he is missing a front left end plate.
I believe he lost that. Yeah, I guess it might have been this last lap.
So Destiel into the pits, Young Dagger into the pits, Gore into the pits, Triton into the pits, Capita into the pits, Persian King into the pits.
right behind him. We're going to watch this because this is going to be a mess. Persian King's going to lose so much time here.
And so is whoever has to pit behind him. I think it might be Dr. McShorty in the McLaren.
Let's see. So it goes Renault. Okay, so there's enough room that he's able to pull directly behind him, but Persian King is just parked, not moving. Oh,
yeah.
Boy. This is going to be painful for Persian King. Very painful.
You know, and I would have liked to see him go around another lap.
Yep, at that point, if you have an inkling your teammate goes in, I mean, the safety car is going to be out. Either way, you're going to end up at the end. I don't know. I mean, maybe you do it early. Maybe it doesn't matter. But
and Dr. McShorty onto the hards. Interesting choice. I think I would have liked track position there for him. And just a set of softs later.
Fluffy Dave up in second. I'm ready for him. He's going to win this one, starting on those mediums.
Shazam with a 5 seconds penalty for corner cutting. And Destiel stays out in first then.
So let's take a look. Two drivers have not stopped. That is Fluffy Dave, who's currently in second, and Shazam in eighth. So I would expect both of those drivers to drop some positions.
And I think that early pit has worked out for some idiot. Some idiot now up into 6th place under the safety car.
Yeah, that was a pretty good pit for him. Because of that second full safety car, oddly enough, it paid to pit under the half of virtual safety car. Not to mention all of our drivers that have opted for the mediums already are loving this full safety car because they're going to be able to get that much more life out of their tires. They can take it easy, turn down your engine modes through the safety car, conserve a little bit of your fuel, conserve some of that tire life, and get just that many more laps out of it.
James Schroeder says PK got murdered. I don't think PK got murdered. I think he knew what he was doing. He saw his teammate go in. I don't think that's murder. I think that's more closer to suicide. Because, yeah, I mean, that's just never a good idea to follow your teammate into the pits. Unless you're both retiring for some reason. Like, you know you're going to lose at least 5 seconds, if not more.
Dr. McShorty into the pits this time around. Going to ditch those hards. Did he only have 1 lap on? Surprising. Switch it for 0 lap mediums. I guess the number of positions he lost was not that many.
I think what happened is he pitted for hards just to get the tire switch out of the way. And now he's going to come back out in second to last.
Oh, interesting. So he started on the mediums?
I believe so.
Wow. All right. I've never seen that before. Of course,
I've seen it in actual F1 before a couple times.
Huh. I mean, Spa's the place to do that, not necessarily the double medium stint, although I think it's going to work out for him pretty well. Well, I think I would have liked to see the first medium stint a little longer, because if you're only going to do 7 laps in the first mediums, why not just run the softs, you know? But he didn't have control over that. My guess is he was looking to run the mediums for longer, just did not. Couldn't because of the safety.
It's probably a good guess. And newcomer Jeff is struggling right now. Is the only one who caught up to the safety car pack.
So we'll see, of course, the lap's extremely long here. My guess is the safety car will be in this lap.
I would hope so.
I think Jeff will catch the cue before that.
I hope so. I hope so for that too. And again, while there's no action going on under the safety car, so it could be a good time to mention we are giving away a copy of Assetto Corsa for PC on Steam. So if you want to be entered for a chance to win that, just type AC in the chat, and we will be drawing at the podium. And as I say that, the safety car will be coming in this lap.
All right. I was just about to cut over to the schedule at an opportune time. All right, we'll see how Destiel handles the restart. If you were watching the PCD2 race last week, I know there was a lot of arguments over the restart there. And I don't necessarily know. Cosmo and I took a look at it. I don't think anything was necessarily done with malicious intent at all. I think it was probably fair under the safety car. This is interesting. So Destiel sped up already. In theory, he cannot slow back down. I mean, I don't know why he would want to after the last couple corners here. But it looks
and that's
like
a good getaway from him. He's already a second away from Fluffy Dave.
Yeah, really nice restart for Destiel. I think he caught Fluffy Dave sleeping ever so slightly, not expecting Destiel just to floor it down the back straight there. Really good getaway. Of course, Fluffy Dave not normally running this high up the pack. Hopefully he's able to keep it, but he might hang up young Dagger Dick, who might have a chance of competing with Destiel.
And he's got a good run on him coming off Radion.
Looks like Dagger will get in.
I think
Gore is
he's
right
going to have a
behind.
good shot into Lacombe.
This is going to be interesting. I could see that coming a mile away. You try to go 3 wide into there, someone's going to come off bad. Fluffy Dave goes around. So does... Fluffy Dave plummeted. Gore comes off not so bad. Not ideal, but not so bad. If you ask me, I don't know. That's tough. We'll have to watch the replay on that one. Gore put his car in a very questionable position on the inside of a line who already had a car on their outside. Oof. Stewards will be taking a look at that one, I'm sure. Dagger now 2.5 seconds behind Destiny. Getting caught up in the drama a little bit between Gore, Dave, and Dagger. Dave just got pinched, unfortunately.
Wow. Industrial already 3 seconds away now. Just 2 seconds, or just, is this the first lap off the safety car?
Yep.
Wow. What a lap from Industrial. Ooh, and Jeff puts it around.
Right on turn 16 there. We'll see if we get another virtual safety car. So we've had, what, one virtual safety car and one full safety car?
2 virtual safety cars.
Jeff spins it around again. Okay, so 3. 5 is the max here. So we've got 2 more safety cars that could possibly happen. No one into the pits that time around. Jeff trying to keep his composure. Back to racing. Gore right all over the back of Dagger in second. Gonna give him a run for his money. Triton, of course, not too far off. Some idiot will be looking for that DRS to be reactivated. Shazam losing places quickly.
Dragon Bone with a penalty for multiple warnings. Another 3 seconds.
Kublai and Sony able to get moves done. Shazam on those 8-lap-old mediums, just not able to keep up with those on those fresher mediums. Slipping and sliding all around. Still going to have to make another pit. Shazam is going to be hoping to save 15th at that point, I believe.
Yeah, I really don't expect to see many more pit stops besides from Shazam and Fluffy Dave.
Yeah, I think once we get to the lap, I don't know, 12, 13, even lap, I'd give it up to lap 15, we could see another pit if there's a safety car. Go in, get another set of softs.
Yep, that's the only reason I'd see it coming is another safety car.
Yeah, but I think past lap 15, there's just not enough laps to make up time to make the pit stop worth it. Even 15 might be a little risky depending on where the safety car lands or the reason that you're pitting.
No, I'd say even then, safety car, you gotta, especially if you got the space, you gotta pit.
Yeah, I suppose full safety car is,
because you know what I mean, with a restart, if you got bad tires, they're gonna pit behind you and they're gonna get a great start and you're gonna be dust in the wind.
Yeah, that's true, especially around a track like this where the lap is so long. Even if we are only racing in the last lap, there's a lot of time.
Yeah, and the run-up Radion and Eau Rouge is just so important.
Creamy with this 3-second time penalty.
But he will move past JB under DRS.
Gets that move done at the end of the Camel strip.
Ooh, Dr. McShorty getting a pass on Shazam in the same spot.
See Dagger running in second, able to see glimpses of Destiel every once in a while, way out in front. But Destiel 4.5 seconds and increasing the gap as we speak. At this rate, in order to catch him, there's going to have to be another full safety car. Or he's going to have to make a large mistake, which may cause its own safety car if he loses 4.4 seconds.
Yeah, Industrial's pretty consistent. He doesn't make a hole. I mean, we did see one last week. He ended up crashing out of the race, but we don't see that a lot from him.
No, very consistent driver on the whole. I'm sure the DNF last week upset him. Of course, a fourth before that week, so he's already looking to redeem himself. Now, if he can keep it where he's at, he'll be up into first. Triton going pretty fast into turn 1, having to not pull out of his line due to some idiot being parked on the apex. Triton going to try and make up that time, but he's already 8 tenths behind. He will get the DRS activation. But some idiot, of course, has his own DRS activation. Going to come up behind Gore. Going to get past him.
Yeah, it's gonna try to make a stick
Gore
into
stays on the inside. Yep. Cedes the place like he should.
One goes wide.
A little bit of a slowdown from Gore. Triton is going to be quick to react to that. He is closing that gap fast. Capita, 0.999 seconds behind Triton just in DRS, but only just.
A little squirmy from some idiot there.
All cars doing best to stay in each other's slipstream. It's going to be more important than ever through Eau Rouge. Yellow flag in Sector 3. We have a car parked on the track.
That would be Jeff.
Jeff, still get going. He's going to be...
That was the same spot he was disqualified before, but he's got it going now.
Yep, that's a tricky spot. He's going to have to do his best to get out of the way as Destio comes up to pass him as well.
And we are now halfway through this race.
Some idiot looking to get a run on Dagger here. Yellow flag, Sector 1. Some idiot makes the pass.
Very easy pass on Young Dagger.
That just
Under
demonstrates
DRS.
the power of that DRS on that straight. You have such a long run up to go. Fluffy Dave parked. Oof, hopefully he doesn't get...
Ooh, some idiot sends it in a little bit deep. Does manage to maintain second, but...
Fluffy Dave coming up here.
Oh,
whoa!
Jeff.
Parked at a very bad spot. He's been parked there a while now. He's going to have to get that moving again. Oof! Jeff was disqualified from the session for sitting on the track for a little too long. Can't blame the game for doing that. The cars were coming through. He's parked at a very precarious spot.
Oh, and it just backs it up over the track, so hopefully he ghosted, or hopefully no one runs through him.
I think most drivers are all past where he was.
That's good.
Yeah, they're all past him, so no worries about him interfering with the race here. It hasn't triggered a safety car yet, so my guess is it won't. But anything can happen. No safety car from that. Dagger is still staying close to some idiot, going to try and take that position back. Triton trying to get a run on Gore, going to take the outside into the first of the chicane, falls behind in the second part.
And Creamy John's back up into sixth.
He does have at least one time penalty right now, of course, Capita outside the window where that would matter. A good battle going on for 7th right now between Shay-B, Dragonbone, and Capita. Stoney looking to join in on that, maybe will next lap. Triton with the DRS activation, going to try and get the run on Gore. Dagger coming down behind some idiot. Not able to get the move done, but able to decrease that gap to only 0.2 of a second. Triton getting his gap down to 0.3. Destio on a nice Monday night stroll out in front. A comfortable 5.2 seconds ahead of some idiot.
Dash Shield, or not Dash Shield, some idiots does seem to be putting on a little bit of time to Dash Shield, just ever so slightly creeping towards him. So we'll see if he can't be closed up towards the end of the race. We'll get a little fight between those two.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. If you're Destio right now, you're watching that gap, right? You want that gap shrinking, but you want it shrinking very slowly. And the reason that is you want to conserve as much life on your own tires as possible, while allowing yourself enough room to finish in first. And Triton trying everything he can to get past Gore here, but just can't find a line. Has to go in the grass on the outside.
Here now. And he is up in front, and Gore does give him room there coming into the left-hander. And that's good. We'll see if Gore can't Oh, nope. Gore's not even going to try and dive bomb here. That's probably smart from him. Just going to wait for DRS here.
It's a tricky spot, but he is opening himself up to attack by Creamy Johns here.
Yeah, well, I just think it never makes sense to pass there when you just have DRS. You know, as long as you can get a good exit, you should be able to make a pass going down the DRS straight here.
And here we go,
Just
of course, through Eau Rouge and Radion. Both Gore and Creamy Johns are going to have DRS activation here. Expect to see this gap shrink significantly.
Triton's going to take the outside line, and Gore just up the inside. A little bit wide.
Ooh, a little fast. Gore is going to...
Triton gets back behind him. Well, nice move by Triton to stay in the lead.
Gore committing to that corner and not giving Creamy Johns any more room. He has to.
Yeah, and that brings him right into the fight for fourth, though. That it does kind of solidify the podium, though, so long as there's no mistakes up there. With now 5 seconds between Young Dagger and Triton.
Young Dagger and some idiot, of course, battling still for second, only 7/10 away from each other. And Decio maintaining his lead at 5.1 seconds ahead of second place. Just remember, everyone, at the end of this race, while we're on the podium, we will be holding a drawing for a free copy of Assetto Corsa. So make sure you type AC in chat if you want to be entered for that. It's going to be a PC version, Steam key. For you to use however you like.
Yep, play it yourself, give it away to a friend. It's your key. Use it how you want. Fluffy Dave, 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane.
Dave, my guy.
Really going for his set of softs. And getting a new wing, it looks like. So where will he come out? It looks like maybe in 15th. And Triton with a 3-second penalty for corner cutting.
Unfortunately. Gotta keep those under wraps. Alright, that's what I like to see. We have quite a few people entered into our drawing this evening. Make sure you get that AC in chat if you want to be eligible.
And it's nice to see some new names out there. Welcome everyone who's never been here before.
Platinum, I'm certainly no expert on Spa, but he asked in chat why is he not as fast as he could be at Spa. He said he did 25 laps, still position 1,000 and usually about 500. Certainly no expert, but one place that I started picking up a lot of time when I started getting into the track was turn 1 and turn 10, the hairpin. There's a couple things there. Turn 1, turn 10, and I'd say turn 8. What they're coming up to here, so you have to downshift through this complex, down into 4th. Hold it in 4th. You really have to roll the car through these corners. You don't want to downshift at all. You really want to just be in 4th the whole time, floor it, and go to 5th. You'll get a really good run down here. Now this, you have to get the downshifts correct. If you don't get the downshifts correct to give you a good run on the outside of this corner, then it really kind of messes up your whole run down the long straight here. Other than that, of course, you see some drivers using the curbs more than others. I think the ones that make most use of those curbs are the ones that are able to get the fastest lap time. You got to be able to put the car all the way out there, giving yourself as much track as you possibly can. Some idiot increasing the gap ever so slightly.
Yeah, and I don't think that somebody is going to be able to catch Desio without him making a big mistake. The lap times just aren't different enough. With what, 7 laps to go here, 6 laps to go pretty much. Desio's about to cross the line.
Keeps that gap pretty consistent. Let's go ahead and go down to Stony here, who's got a great view of a battle going on for 8th between Dragonbone and Kublai around first. Stoney's going to try and get in the action as well, get a good run down here, and definitely get the slipstream up through Eau Rouge into Radion.
Yeah, fighting away for that last points position.
All the way down the Camel Straight. It's got to be careful not to cut that first corner. Looks like he was very close. Dr. McShorty, of course, giving Shea B a run for his money. Kublai able to get the pass done on Dragonbone. Dragonbone left high and dry without that DRS. Without that DRS, Stoney able to close that gap a little bit right behind Dragonbone. Already shaping up to be a pretty good points finish for Alfa Romeo this weekend. This Monday, I suppose. Desio in first and Kublai in 8th. Both drivers scoring points are what you want to see.
Yeah, and I'm glad we still have PPR racing every Monday. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the memes I've been starting to see on Reddit and they've been getting pretty bad.
Yeah, we're really reaching the bottom of the barrel here as far as what we've got for memes. I'm kind of starved for them. Any good?
So
There's
yeah,
just no content to make them on.
it's nice to have something every week to look forward to that is F1 related. And
F1 related, changes every week. You know, gives me something.
Yeah.
Gives me something to talk about. Fantastic battle going on for 4th here between Triton and Creamy Johns. Creamy Johns just able to make the pass on Triton not that long ago. Dragonbone still stuck to the back of Kublai in the 9th. Cabin Hood on the back of Triton. We have a 4-way battle going for 4th right
and only 5 laps left to go.
now. Ooh, Capita got a really good run. He's definitely got a better run than Triton. Going to get the DRS activation here. Probably get the pass on Triton. He's going to look for Creamy Johns, I'm sure. Triton's going to
once he gets out of that slipstream, though, he's going to have to launch.
Oof.
Triton keeps it in front. Wow.
Capita in a dangerous spot there. I don't think Triton has to give him any room. Capita was not ahead by much.
No. Looks like Capita just wants to stick it in somewhere and send it at this point. I think he really just needs to be patient.
Yep, he's feeling the pinch. 4 laps left. They're 4 long laps, but
5 laps. 4.5 laps, I guess. But yeah.
Of course.
No, go ahead.
Just one development in the F1 category. F1 2020, the game. Release date was announced for July this year.
Yeah, and he did say if we get 1,000 subscribers, you would personally be giving away a copy of that.
Yes, I will keep my promise on that.
By the end of the season.
Correct. If we get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the season, we'll be giving away a fresh, clean copy of F1 2020. Happen to stay stuck to the back of Triton, get a little bit of a bump. That can be really tough. Losing just that little bit of momentum out of turn 1 means a couple less miles per hour at the end of the straight. Capita's got a really clean line through Eau Rouge and Radion, able to match the pace with Triton, stop himself from losing so much ground, but not able to get a better run on Triton. Creamy John's pressuring Gore up there, just waiting for him to make a mistake, and he's not the only one. If Gore makes a mistake here, he's getting quickly past.
Yeah, I think once one get through, 2 or 3 might end up following them. It's a rough spot to be in. He's only got 4 laps left to defend.
Fluffy Dave's going to have to be really careful. Those of you watching very closely, he's the 5th car up there, or the 4th car ahead of Capita Hood here. He is a back marker, so he is in 16th right now. Just trying to finish the race.
He's being shown blue flags.
So I believe the game gives him, it's like 30 seconds or something to move out of the way. Of course, I don't think he's in position right now. I don't think he needs to move out of the way just yet. Capita with a little bit of drama out of the corner there.
This straight's a good spot to do it, though.
Yeah, at this point, he's a minute off of 3rd, so he's not catching up. I think at this point, you slow down, and put it on the side of the racetrack, let everyone by, and then continue on with your race and gap between 7th and 8th.
Oh, and Stoney's retired. What's happened to him? He's put it in the wall.
Oh, could we get a late safety car here? I doubt it because of 2 laps left. Fluffy Dave into the pits. That's another good way to do it. Stay out of everyone's way. Go get a fresh set of tires.
Yeah, we'll see if he retires, if he's going to go for a fastest lap or what.
Still a fantastic battle going on here at 4th. All drivers, again, head in succession. Gore leading the pack, then Creamy, Triton, and then Capita following up the rear. Gets that good run through Radion again. Slightly better than Triton, closing that gap ever so slightly. Capita is, but it's not going to be enough, I think, to make the pass at the end of this race. Creamy might make this pass on Gore, though. Nope, Creamy again staying so close that it looks like he could pass at any minute. Just not able to get it done. Capita.
What a way to shut the door there by Gore. That is great defensive driving. Looked very clean from what I could tell.
Fantastic last couple of laps here. Capita glued to the back of Triton. Oh, Capita gets a really good run, but he has to find a way to capitalize on it. Out of the slipstream, the move doesn't quite look as good. He's not going to be alongside enough for Triton to have to give him room here, so he has to back off ever so slightly.
And I think this is one of those spots where a dive bomb does make sense if you could get it done. Obviously Creamy in the way now, so he won't be able to dive bomb him there, but
both drivers fighting might be able to capitalize. Ooh, pushes Triton a little bit.
Triton.
Oof. Triton's going to be upset about that one, but I think he's going to be grateful that he didn't keep on the throttle and make it a worse incident than it had to be.
Yeah, that could have been a race ender for both of them. But I think unless Creamy could do something spectacular here now, Gore is going to run away with 4th.
Oof, don't know what happened. He must not have gotten a great exit. But let's tune back in with our battle a second. Man, it has been a great race here tonight. We've hit 200 subscribers, a historic night for PPR. And just because of that, you know what? I'm going to throw in, with Assetto Corsa, we're going to throw in Dream Packs 1 through 3 with the release. So that is some packs of cars now. I'm not quite sure what's in the Dream Pack. We'd have to have someone look that up. But Dream Packs. You need some cars to race, right? Let's give you some. Capita Hood spinning and falling back to 11. Now 12.
Oh, and that hurts.
Not able to recover. Of course, not the first time Capita has done that this year. Let's see if he's able to finish. I don't think he's going to have enough time to make back any
and it was such a good qualifying and start for the Renaults, and now they're both in 11th and 12th respectively. It's going to be a sad day for them, not finishing in the points, either of them, because they had a real opportunity for a good finish today. Industrial with the fastest lap on 16 lap old tires.
Wow.
As he starts the last lap. But yeah, now, so this lap here will be your last chance if you want to get your copy of Assetto Corsa and, what is it, 3 packs of cars?
Dream Packs 1 through 3. All 3 Dream Packs.
And 3 packs of cars. Type AC in the chat for your chance to win here at the end of the race while the drivers are celebrating their podium.
don't be shy. The anti-spam filter is not on, so feel
Oh,
free to type AC as many
and
times
what
as you want.
happened? Some idiot down into third place. Young Dagger has gotten up past him. Now some idiot's going to try and make another move past him, but
Ooh,
must have
some
made a
great
mistake
battling
somewhere.
going on from these two. Ooh, a little bit of a bump in the back. Dagger's going to give everything he's got, but he's got to be careful not to take them both out. They both still have to finish to get both on the podium. Of course, you could be on the podium as well. Type AC in the chat.
Oh, and Capita's retired.
Ah, Capita.
What a shame.
He's gonna
Goes
be
into the
hanging his head
pits and
low after
retires.
this one. Dagger's going to get a good run down the back straight here.
Yeah, and I just don't see it happen. It does not look like he's going to be in position for a dive bomb. Be one hell of a dive bomb.
Would be.
It'd make Danny Ricciardo himself proud if you can get a dive bomb like that pulled off. And make it
He's gonna
clean.
get to the inside. Some idiot not getting the cleanest exit, but he's gonna get an exit clean enough. Crosses the line.
Alright.
No time penalty changes. Creamy John's 1 second behind Gore. Looks like Gore's gonna come ahead of him. I know Creamy John's has a time penalty. Gore might as well. We'll see where those.
Triton does as well.
Gore stays in 4th for the time being. Creamy in 5th. Triton in 6th. Dragon Bone.
Dr. McShorty passing at the hairpin.
Oh boy.
It's going to be a drag race to the line. And Dragon Bone's just going to beat him out. But Dr. McShorty will beat him after time penalties.
Great end to the race here. Virgin King.
And so will Shea B. Oh, and Virgin King does end up putting it up into the points.
Alright, so 1 point for Renault today. Unfortunate for them only because they had so much in their hands. Team winner today, that's Young Dagger and Creamy Johns. They both came off in the points and in the high points too. We have a 3rd and a 5th place from Mercedes. That's probably going to catapult them back to the top of the Constructors Championship, seeing as Rogue was able to, or was not able to finish the race. No points for Rogue.
And get your ACs in the chat now for your chances to win a copy of Assetto Corsa,
We will be drawing on the podium
which is coming up very shortly.
very, very shortly. Get them in, last chance.
Oh, and here it comes.
All right, here we go. Nick Moore has won. Congratulations, Nick Moore. That is a copy of Assetto Corsa, Green Pack 1 through 3. Nick Moore, reach out to me on Steam. I am Kermit CSG, or give me your Steam name. I'll add you. Nick Moore, congratulations on winning the Assetto Corsa copy this evening.
So, yeah, Daciel just kind of checked out up on the front there, and what a race from him, especially after some idiots' grid penalties in qualifying.
And there you have it. Daciel finishing in 1st, some idiot in 2nd, Dagger in 3rd, Gore in 4th, Creamy in 5th, Triton in 6th, and it looks like all 3 of those drivers, if any one of them wouldn't have gotten their 3-second time penalty, they could have gained a position. Dr. McShorty in 7th, Shea B in 8th, Dragonbone 9th, Persian King finishing in 10th, getting 1 point for Renault, Kublai in 11th, Shazam in 12th, 3rd and 13th, Fluffy Dave in 14th, Capita 15th, Stony 16th, Rogue 17th, D-Drum and Jeff, last 4 all with DNFs. Unfortunate for them tonight. So there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Moore is the winner of the giveaway tonight. Congratulations to him. We're going to go ahead and see if we can't get Daciel in again into the interview booth, see what he has to say on tonight's race. I suppose I have to pull that up, huh?
Man, it looks like
We've got Some Idiot and Dagger, which came in 3rd, right?
yeah, 2nd and 3rd, I believe.
Yeah. That's
So
right.
if you want to do voice chat 1, it looks like they're in the PCD2 voice chat.
Yep, sounds good. We're not going to wait for Daciel to come around. If he's able to join us, great. If not, we will come back to him if he's able to join us. All right.
Cody's.
All right, gentlemen, congratulations tonight. We're going to go ahead and get the interview started. If Destiel's able to join us, I will circle back around to him. But great race tonight, gentlemen.
Yeah, it was fun.
No, I'm kind of just done with Codemasters right now.
Well, all right. Well, we'll hear from you in a second here, Dagger or Terry, whichever one you prefer.
I don't care. Either.
All right. We'll circle back. So, Some Idiot, what are your thoughts on the race?
Codemasters can go suck an egg.
What happened in qualifying?
So let me explain this and see how dumb this is going to sound. So me and Kublai were trying to get ready to do our final runs after just at the end of qualifying, trying to get a last fast lap in. And we both came out of the pits at the same time. We were both trying to organize ourselves going into bus stop, and the game decided I'm blocking Kublai. That's a 5-place grid penalty.
Oh.
That's not all, though. That's not all, though. It gave me 15 places of grid penalties. It multiplied it by 3, even though I only got 1 grid penalty.
I
It
saw
decided
that.
to give me 15
Yeah,
places.
we were surprised by you down in 15th at the start of the race.
Yeah, I was wondering if it registered it as 5 seconds, not 5 places, because that was really rough.
Honestly, it wouldn't even surprise me. I might check the grid. That's actually a good. That is a good thing to mention. I might check that just in case because
Yeah,
I don't know. But it would be weird to give me because I started 16th. I got 15 places of grid penalties. I don't think it was 5 seconds from 1st to 16th.
It might not have been. It was in that range, but I couldn't say for sure.
Yeah,
There were
but,
3 DNFs as well, I think.
Yeah. But I was gonna say about the race. That was just. I nearly died in Eau Rouge because Dragon Bone was going about 100 mile per hour up Eau Rouge. I don't know why he was using the brakes going up Eau Rouge, but what have you. Then the VSC came out. I actually lost 2 spots because I was 3 wide with 2 cars, and they decided that I had to go behind both of them, even though I was ahead of both of them. So I was in 17th, and then pit under the VSC that we had lap 3, and then safety car, and that bailed me out. And just trying to move forward, but by then it's too late. I've already spotted Destiel a 6-second gap, and just I don't know if it were my fault. If I legitimately had blocked him, I would totally understand it. I wouldn't even complain about the glitch. But I blocked a car. I didn't block anyone. I was in front of a car that was also on an out lap. I don't get how that's blocking anyone. You know, I don't know. I don't get it.
One of
I
those.
don't get it.
It's a really serious offense for Codemasters to be handing out when they don't have a 100% handle on their penalties in the first place.
Exactly.
Seems like a pretty new one, too.
I've heard other people getting it, but like I said, Codemasters can go suck an egg.
I'm
Fair
sure
enough.
it's not the last problem we'll see from them this season. At least it kept you on the lead lap. We've seen it do that before. Kick you to a different lap.
Yeah, that's you're not wrong. But I think I've said my piece on that, I'll be honest.
Either way, great showing. Some Idiot, of course, starting way down in, what, that 16th, right?
16th, yes sir,
All right,
16th.
definitely. So in my book, you're driver of the race this week, Some Idiot. We'll give that to you from that awesome fight all the way from 16th place back up into second. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All
congrats,
right.
bro.
Dagger, we're going to move on to you. Congratulations on your podium.
Thanks.
What are your thoughts right now?
Scrap what I said last week about me not liking Spa. I practiced it a bit, and now I like it. So yeah, I'm happy on the podium because, like I said, like last week, I wasn't expecting to be on the podium because it wasn't a strong track for me. But yeah, practiced it and worked out. So I'm pretty happy with that. And also, I followed somebody a lot during the race. Like that's why I kept my podium place because the DRS and the tow helped me move away from the pack. So thank you. Somebody.
I'm sorry, can I jump in real quick here?
Yeah, go for it.
Destiel says he can't join in with us because we're in a D2 chat. Can we move over to D1 chat?
Oh, we are in a DT. I didn't even know.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go do that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
we
jump
can.
over there.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely. All right, perfect.
There we go. Thank
Got
you.
that sorted out. Hopefully Dusty will be able to join us now. All right, yeah, Tara, so not feeling super confident about Spa, but of course able to put it up on the podium. Great drive from you this week. How much do you feel tire strategy played into that?
Not much. It was basically just pit under the safety car. And yeah, I was just saving the tires and trying to keep them for as long as possible. Jeff was like, let's box for a new set of softs at the end. I was like, no, no, I'm not boxing the last laps.
No,
Yeah.
makes sense. How many laps did you have into him at that point? Was he telling you to pit?
It was lap So I boxed like lap 5 and it was lap 16 or something like that.
Okay, so you took the softs the full 16 laps, huh?
No. I had softs, then mediums.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, and then he
That's what I
wanted
said.
me to box for softs again. I was like, no.
Oh, I see. No, right. Yeah, you're 1 lap over target on those. Gonna keep those on for sure, Jeff. Not the right call.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you didn't follow his advice, and because you didn't, got you on the podium again. So congratulations
Yes,
on
sir.
that.
Thanks.
All right, Destiel, of course, we're going to move back to you. Destiel, after a disappointing DNF last week, how good does it feel to be on the podium?
It doesn't feel really good because I don't feel like I deserve it at all when Cody drove like a brilliant race and a chain of events of bad luck over and over.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't help when cars are running into each other back further in the pack. However, that doesn't diminish the fact that you ran 22 almost flawless laps way out ahead of the pack, and that safety car restart. That was a very strong restart from yourself. Have you been practicing those?
Well, ever since the new patch of safety cars, where I've been trying to get good restarts as much as possible, and I try to drive a clean race so that I don't get any penalties.
Yeah, that definitely seems to be a big key in this league, especially when some of the cars are so close. This race didn't have a problem. I think you could have had at least one time penalty and you would have been just fine. But, of course, the time penalties can make all the difference, and if you're able to stay out of those, that can be the difference between 1 or 2 places. But...
Can I jump in again here?
Yes, sir.
Don't even worry about Dusty. You did a damn good job. That was an excellent drive. You have really good second stint speed. I was trying to close up. I was just driving the wheels off the thing, and you were keeping it nice and steady. Like, you did a damn good job. Don't even talk about bad luck, man. You earned that one. You really did.
Thanks.
Oh, good. Yes, congratulations on the first place finish. Now we look to next week. Monza. How are you there, Destiel?
I don't know. I will see. Cody's pretty fast as well.
Yeah, one of those tracks that you have to keep the throttle floored for most of the track. So we hope to see you, all 3 of you, there next week. Hopefully we'll get some good action for the top positions. All right, we'll see you all next week.
See you guys.
Great race,
Yep,
guys.
thanks for having
guys.
us.
Yep.
Peace.
Bye.
I
All
want to
right.
give you a quick call.
Oh, nope, there we go. All right, so we'll finish out the stream in here. Oh, there we have it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That was Spa this week. We gave away 1 copy of Assetto Corsa to Nick Moore. Nick Moore, if you want, you can donate it back to the channel. We'll give it away again next week. I see he said, oh no, in chat. That might mean he already has it, doesn't want it. If you want, you can go ahead and send it back to the channel. We can give it away next week if that's what you want. You tell us. So, tune in next week to see if we'll be giving that copy away, or maybe we'll be doing a different game. I'm not quite sure, but either way, stay up to date on the latest. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Cedar Gaming. On there, you also find PPR Esports. You'll also find Cosmo PPR. We're all on there making announcements, anything new about the league. We've got a website. We had a couple other larger announcements the other day. And of course, do not forget about our weekly schedule. Of course, Mondays tonight, we have the fabulous PCD1. Tuesday, we now have 3 divisions of Xbox at 7:30 p.m. D3 and D2 race simultaneously, and Xbox D1 races at 9 p.m. after that as the main event. PC D2 races Wednesdays at 9 p.m. You can see myself there. I'm in 5th currently. Hopefully able to pick up a few spots on Henners this week. Thursday, PS4 D1 at 9 p.m. and Friday, Xbox D4 at 9 p.m. Our Discord. Let's see. Perfect. All right. Go ahead and hit that link in the chat for our Discord. Join on in. Get yourself into one of our race leagues. Get yourself potentially in the booth. Come join us. Have some fun. Great. Well, that has been Belgium this week, everyone. This has been PPR Racing. I'm Kermit.
I'm Cosmo.
And everyone, have a great rest of your week. Tune in next week for potentially another giveaway. and we'll see you then. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a great night.